In Osamu Tezuka's Phoenix Future, he doesn't just go over humanity's relationship with technology, but also with each other. This form of science fiction could be said to be a predecessor to later Japanese cyberpunk and space operas, which, unlike Western sci-fi, which takes aim at specific foes like super AI, the government, or corporations, reflects on human nature in general. In 3404, humanity lives in eternal capitals under a dying Earth's surface, having lost hope that their individual choices can contribute to their civilization's revival. Instead, they surrender their freedom to powerful AIs known as mothers, who follow a directive of rebuilding humanity in their own ways. The philosophical capitulation is so strong that while the mothers have barely any control over weapon or infrastructure systems, their subjects are conditioned to democratically elect to obey them unconditionally, whether it's throwing away their right to feel nostalgic emotion or blocking each other's movement out of the city limits to prevent defection. The problem is, each major capital has its own AI, each of which has a vision for humanity that doesn't have room for the other. The mothers all believe that they are the only ones who know how to rebuild, and when a diplomatic incident finally causes them to argue, they refuse to come to a compromise, instead deciding to resort to more extreme measures. If we're talking about allegories for modern times, believe it or not, this isn't something that we'd see in Gen AI. Gen AI models are just advanced language predictors, and for them to actually have autonomy, they'd have to prompt themselves. Instead, I'd argue that the mothers are more like certain humans. Climate change, labor replacing AI, aging populations. Most people don't have the bandwidth or hope to try and make any significant contribution to solve these existential tragedies of the commons. So instead, they place their hopes in strongman leaders to solve them in their place. And just like the mothers are programmed to assume that all of their decisions are part of humanity's salvation, these leaders take on the burden of existential responsibility and develop delusions of grandeur that they can solve all the world's problems without their subjects doing anything but obey. The problem is, they can't all be right. As the 7 seals are opened, we can't have multiple messiahs, but with nuclear weapons, money printers, and human decisions at their fingertips, when their worldviews come into conflict with each other, they can all become antichrists, and they can make us all die for our own sins of sloth.